As the group leader of Group 4, I would like to help state for everyone that as an overall, Group 4 agrees on the statement that youths are the most vulnerable victims of online scams, with enough evidence to support all of our statement. As for myself, Muhammad Mikhail, I myself agree to it, as the youths are at the learning stage and learning point of life, which makes them know lesser on the bad things that could happen to them while they are online, such as online frauds, online scams, and others. With articles 1 and 3 to support my statement, my example on my own views and opinions earlier in the slides also help support in this case. With little knowledge, the youths are still not fully matured to know what to do when such cases occurs to them. Thus, making the youths the most targeted victims to be aimed if such cases happen. Therefore, I will 100% fully agree to the topic of the youths being the most vulnerable victims of online scam and risk.
My name is Syed Naufal, and I agree together with Group 4 that youth are more vulnerable to online scam. Youth tend to be careless and reveal important information such as bank details or personal details. Some of them did not check if it is reliable, thus making youth more easily manipulated. Youth also have the tendency to ignore warnings and other advice that could prevent them from being targets of scams. They tend to be inexperienced, trusting natures, and often want to pick it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hafiz from Group 4, and we chose a topic about youth vulnerable to online financial scams. I agree together as group that youth are the most vulnerable group that involved in online scam, because based on Article 1, it stated that teenagers are the hardest hit by online risk in Singapore. This shows that youth are vulnerable to online scam. From the static in Article 1, it shows the ranking of Microsoft Digital Civility Index. In the static shows Singapore are ranked number 10 of 22 other countries. This shows that we are in the top 10 list of being vulnerable to online scam, which is why I think that they want to raise awareness to everyone. Furthermore, now it's still the pandemic period and people are more likely to purchase stuff online, and this is where the scammers are taking advantage of. However, based on Article 3, it stated that Anti-Scam Center recovered over $21.2 million from cases such as love scam and bogus e-commerce stealing. This shows that the police force are concerned of the online scam that been increasing in the past years. It also states that they have handled more than 8,600 scam reports in the 1 year since it established. This shows that they got this under control and they are doing their best to deter such online crime. However, I agree to the large extent that youth are vulnerable to online scam, because based on Article 2, it stated that many young people are falling prey to sex, extortion, and other forms of cyber scam. This statement was from a counselor who worked with the youth Therefore, it's a legit things that are happening, and it also support the topic. In my opinion, why youth are vulnerable to online scam, because they are inexperienced and they trust stranger easily, and they are the easy target for online scam. Therefore, I agree to the large extent that youth are vulnerable to online scam.
Hi, my name is Norman bin Durrami and I'm from Group 4. Today I'll be sharing with you on why I agree that youth are the most vulnerable victims to get scammed. So as youth, I understand that we like to try new things and we like to gain experience like from everything and like taking a risk sometimes. And yeah, now that over the past few years, there are many scams about like people buying fake gold when they thought it's real, and they spend a lot of money and end up getting scammed, and it's really unfortunate and yeah, and nowadays there are a lot of people like those phone call scams, like when they pretend to be like like let's say from StarHub or Singtel, and they be saying like you have an overdue payment, but in the end it's all just a fraud and they just want to take your money. And yeah, I feel that we should be more careful on that, because sometimes we can fall into that and really believe that they are the real like people trying to tell us about our bills and all basically. And yeah, and I urge everyone to be careful of that as one of my cousin, he got scammed 1,000 something for like I don't know, cause he gave out his credit card details, and in the end he found out that he got scammed a few days later, and he reported to the police and yeah, and I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, so thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Isha Putra from Group 4, and I would like to say that I agree that youth can be very are the most vulnerable victims, cause like they very easily share personal information online. They rarely check credit card reports. They have some unused social security numbers. Some teens share banking information, and smartphones are frequently misplaced, like they lost it or something, and they always use free Wi-Fi or public Wi-Fi, and they use the same passwords for a lot of multiple sites, and they are not taught well to understand identity theft. Yes. Assalamualaikum.